Have you ever wondered why, even though you eat well, exercise regularly, and try to live a healthy life, your legs still feel weaker with time? Why do the stairs seem steeper than before? Why does it take a little longer now to stand up from your favorite chair? Is it just aging? Or could there be something else quietly stealing your strength? Today, I invite you to rethink something you've always believed was safe, even beneficial for your health. Because sometimes the biggest dangers are the ones hidden in plain sight on your very own kitchen table. You see, most seniors have been taught that all fruits are good, healthy, natural, and essential. But what if I told you that some fruits, the very ones you eat with complete trust, are silently weakening your legs day after day? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll learn which 7 fruits you must avoid to keep your legs strong, pain-free, and mobile for years to come. If you care about maintaining your strength and independence, don't forget to like this video. Leave a comment below and subscribe for more eye-opening health tips just like this one. Now here's the surprising truth. It's not always about what you're not doing. Sometimes it's about what you're already doing without even realizing the harm. Most seniors make one small mistake every single day. They reach for fruits, trusting in the idea that natural means healthy. After all, that's what we've been told our entire lives, right? But the truth that no one talks about is this. Not all fruits are friendly to aging bodies. In fact, some of the fruits we eat weekly, even daily, can quietly sap the strength from our legs. Trigger knee pain, worsen joint inflammation, and make every step feel heavier than the last. You see, as we grow older, our bodies shift in ways we don't always notice at first. Our circulation slows, our metabolism weakens, and the foods that once nourished us can now quietly start to harm us, especially certain fruits. They might look innocent, they might taste sweet and refreshing, but hidden inside they carry acids, high natural sugars, and compounds that can spike your blood sugar, fuel inflammation, and ultimately erode your leg strength bit by bit. And the worst part, the damage happens slowly, so subtly that you don't realize it until you feel that sharp pain in your calves, the heavy stiffness in your knees, or the strange tightness that won't go away after a simple walk. Today I'll reveal the 7 fruits that every senior over 60 should avoid, especially if you want to protect your legs from pain, swelling, and weakness. So stick with me until the end, because after today, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. Let's begin with the first fruit on our list, one that's often praised for its healing powers, but may secretly be betraying your legs. I'm talking about pineapple. Now, pineapple seems like a perfect food, right? Tropical, juicy, refreshing. And for years, it's been celebrated because of an enzyme called bromelain known for reducing inflammation. It sounds like exactly what aging joints need. But here's the hidden twist. While bromelain may have benefits, pineapple is also loaded with strong acids and natural sugars, and that's where the problem lies, especially for those over 60. You see, as we age, the tiny blood vessels that feed our legs, feet and muscles become more fragile, more sensitive. They don't handle sugar spikes the way they used to. And pineapple, despite its tropical sweetness, delivers a powerful jolt of natural sugar straight into your bloodstream. This sudden spike can silently damage the small blood vessels, reducing circulation over time. And when less oxygen and nutrients reach your legs, you start to feel it. That dull ache in your calves after a short walk, that stiff, dragging feeling in your knees, that unexpected ankle pain after sitting for a while. But it's not just the sugar. Pineapple's acidity can also fuel joint inflammation. If you already deal with arthritis, sore hips, or stiff knees, pineapple can be like throwing gasoline on a fire, quietly intensifying the burning sensation, the swelling, the discomfort. Some people even notice their legs feel heavier after eating pineapple, as if their strength is slipping away without warning. And here's something important. If you're on blood thinners or certain medications, the bromelain in pineapple can interfere, making your medicine either too strong or too weak. Both dangerous scenarios. Yet the most dangerous part. There are usually no immediate warning signs, no sharp, obvious pain to tell you to stop. The damage creeps in slowly, until one day you realize your legs just don't work the way they used to. Now, if pineapple, the so-called anti-inflammatory fruit, can quietly weaken your legs, what about a fruit that's praised for boosting muscle strength? Let's talk about bananas. The second fruit on our list. Soft, sweet, and packed with potassium. Bananas are often seen as a go-to snack for muscle health. We've all heard it. Eat a banana to prevent cramps, and for younger bodies that might hold true. But for seniors, bananas can quietly become a hidden enemy. Here's why bananas are rich in natural sugars and fast-digesting carbohydrates. When you eat them, your blood sugar spikes rapidly, much like it would after eating candy. And with aging bodies, those sugar spikes come with a heavy cost. Increased inflammation, weakened blood flow, silent damage to the very muscles and joints you're trying to protect. You might notice it yourself. A dull soreness in your thighs after a meal, heaviness in your calves when climbing stairs, that stiffness in your knees that seems to linger longer than it should. But the story doesn't end there. Bananas can also cause water retention, especially if you have heart issues. This means more swollen ankles, stiff joints, and that uncomfortable feeling of tightness around your legs and feet. And just like with pineapple, the effects don't hit you immediately. There's no alarm bell ringing after you finish a banana. Instead, the harm is slow, creeping quietly, wearing down your strength day by day. The worst part, you believe you're doing something good for your muscles. But in reality, bananas could be depleting your strength and making mobility harder as the months and years go by. So the next time you reach for that harmless banana, pause for a moment and think about whether your legs have been trying to tell you something all along. Now, if bananas, soft and sweet, can quietly burden your legs, what about something even smaller? Something that seems almost too tiny to cause harm? Let's move on to the third fruit, grapes. At first glance, grapes appear innocent. Tiny, juicy, convenient, easy to pop into your mouth without a second thought. They're even praised for being heart-healthy, loaded with antioxidants. But here's the hidden danger most seniors never hear about. Grapes are packed with fructose, a type of natural sugar that behaves very differently inside the aging body. When you eat grapes, that fructose heads straight to your liver. And if your liver can't process it fast enough, which becomes more common as we age, it turns into fat and uric acid. Now you might be wondering, why does that matter for my legs? Because uric acid accumulates in the joints, especially in your toes, ankles and knees. It triggers burning pain, swelling, stiffness that makes even short walks feel exhausting. Have you ever felt a sudden stabbing pain in your big toe at night, or woken up with tightness in your calves you couldn't explain? Sometimes it's not just getting older. It could be the hidden impact of something as small and sweet as a handful of grapes, but it doesn't stop there. The fructose in grapes also fuels chronic inflammation throughout your body. That means slower, heavier movements, increased joint pressure, greater difficulty with balance and stability. And because grapes are so small, they're dangerously easy to overeat. Before you know it, you've eaten 2, maybe 3 cups and unknowingly flooded your system with sugar. You thought you were making a healthy choice, but in reality, those tiny fruits could be silently stealing your mobility day after day. Now, if something as small as a grape can silently chip away at your leg strength, what about something bigger? something that seems almost harmless because it's mostly water. Let's move to the fourth fruit, watermelon. Watermelon, the symbol of summer refreshment and hydration. Light, juicy, delicious. It seems like the perfect snack for staying healthy, right? But here's the surprising truth. Watermelon hides a secret that could be draining your strength. Even though it's over 90% water, watermelon has a very high glycemic index. That means when you eat it, your blood sugar spikes rapidly, almost like you just ate a handful of candy. And for seniors, those blood sugar spikes are dangerous. They don't just vanish. Instead, they trigger inflammation deep inside your body, especially in areas where circulation is already weaker, your calves, your ankles, your knees, You might notice a dull ache creeping into your legs after a simple snack, persistent swelling around your ankles that wasn't there before, a strange heaviness every time you climb stairs, as if gravity suddenly got stronger. The worst part is because watermelon feels light and refreshing. It's easy to eat too much without realizing. One slice turns into two, then three. And with each bite, your blood sugar climbs higher, stressing your circulation, straining your joints. You think you're hydrating, but inside your body is struggling, fighting inflammation, fighting stiffness, fighting exhaustion. And just like with grapes and bananas, the damage isn't loud or immediate. It sneaks up on you, until one day even a short walk leaves your legs aching and your ankles swollen. Watermelon might taste like a gentle, harmless treat, but for aging legs, it can be a silent trap, slowly draining the vitality you've worked so hard to protect. If watermelon, so watery and innocent, can quietly burden your legs, what about a fruit that's been crowned the champion of health for decades? Let's move to the fifth fruit, oranges. Bright, fresh, bursting with vitamin C oranges have been a breakfast staple and a symbol of immunity for generations. We drink orange juice in the morning, add slices to our salads, and trust that they're nourishing our bodies. But here's what most seniors don't realize. The very citrus that gives oranges their refreshing zing can also quietly attack aging joints. You see, oranges are packed with citric acid, and while a younger, more resilient body can handle that acidity with ease, an aging body, one already battling inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis, can suffer in silence. Citric acid doesn't just stay in your mouth. It seeps into your bloodstream, subtly irritating delicate joint tissues along the way. Have you noticed? Gradual stiffness in your knees when you wake up, persistent hip discomfort after sitting too long, that nagging sore feeling in your legs after walking just a short distance. You might have blamed it on aging, but what if part of the pain comes from that seemingly healthy glass of orange juice you drink every morning? And it's not just the acid. Oranges also carry natural sugars, which can cause blood sugar swings, adding another layer of inflammation throughout the body. When inflammation rises, every step can feel heavier, more painful, more draining. Oranges might seem harmless. They're associated with wellness, youth, and energy. But for aging joints and slower circulation, they can quietly magnify pain, stiffness, and swelling, especially if eaten daily. Sometimes it's not the big things that steal our strength. It's the small, familiar habits we trust the most. Now, if oranges bright and full of promise can quietly fuel pain, what about a fruit that looks even safer? A fruit that's crisp, clean, and known for being less sweet. Let's move to the sixth, fruit, green apples. At first glance, green apples seem like the ultimate healthy snack. They're tart, refreshing, and lower in sugar compared to their red cousins. They carry that pure and simple reputation, especially appealing to seniors who are watching their diets. But here's the hidden truth. Green apples contain two things that can quietly trouble aging legs: malic acid and hidden sugars. First, malic acid, the compound that gives green apples their sharp, sour taste. While it's harmless for younger, more resilient bodies, in aging bodies, malic acid can irritate sensitive tissues, especially around joints, already inflamed by arthritis or years of wear. Have you ever eaten an apple and later noticed a sudden tightness in your knees, a subtle burning in your hips, an unexplained stiffness in your calves or feet? You might not connect the dots at first, but malic acid over time can quietly aggravate inflammation and intensify discomfort where circulation is weakest. Then there's the second hidden threat: natural sugars. Even though green apples taste less sweet, they still carry enough sugar to cause small blood sugar swings, which in an aging body means more inflammation, slower healing, and weaker leg strength over time. And because green apples feel light and healthy, many people eat them raw, often as a bedtime snack. That means your body spends hours overnight managing inflammation when it should be resting and repairing. It's subtle, it's slow, but day by day, bite by bite, that innocent green apple could be quietly stealing the strength from your steps. Now, if even the crisp green apple can quietly burden aging legs, what about a fruit that's rich, tropical, and adored by almost everyone? Let's move to the seventh fruit, mango. Mangoes, juicy, sweet, and bursting with flavor. They feel like a luxurious treat, especially during the warm summer months. Soft, colorful, refreshing. They seem like the perfect, natural indulgence. But beneath that delicious surface lies a hidden danger. Mangoes are one of the biggest sugar bombs in the fruit world. You see, mangoes are packed with natural sugar, and not just a little. Each bite delivers a massive sugar punch that your aging body might struggle to handle. When you eat a mango, your blood sugar spikes sharply and quickly, and in seniors where metabolism has slowed and insulin response is less efficient. This sudden sugar surge can trigger deep-seated inflammation in the joints, swelling in the ankles and feet, burning sensations in the toes, that heavy dragging feeling in your legs after just a short stroll. And here's the tricky part. Mango feels so light, so fresh that it's easy to eat too much without realizing. One slice turns into two, then three, flooding your system with sugar over and over again. But your body doesn't measure by how light it feels. It reacts to the sugar load. And every time your blood sugar spikes, you're silently adding fuel to joint pain, stiffness, and slow, tiring movements. Especially if you're already battling nerve issues. Mangoes can worsen sensations, like tingling numbness and swelling around the feet and calves. Mango is natural, yes. But remember, natural doesn't always mean safe when circulation slows and joints age. Sometimes the sweetest fruits carry the most painful secrets for aging legs. Now that you know which fruits might be quietly stealing your strength, you might be wondering, is there anything I can enjoy that actually helps my legs, my joints, and my overall mobility? The answer is absolutely yes. Not all fruits are harmful. In fact, some fruits do the exact opposite. They nourish your body, reduce inflammation, and help you move with greater ease and confidence. Let's talk about the fruits that should become your new best friends. First up, berries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. These tiny powerhouses are packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Unlike high-sugar fruits, berries are gentle on your blood sugar, helping to protect your circulation and ease swelling in your legs. If you've ever struggled with stiff ankles or sore knees, adding a handful of berries to your diet could make a real difference, helping you feel lighter, stronger, and more stable with every step. Next, cherries, but in moderation. Cherries are one of the few fruits known to lower uric acid levels, helping to ease conditions like gout and reduce joint pain flare-ups. Just a small handful of cherries can soothe aching knees, tender toes, and burning hips, giving you a natural way to fight back against inflammation. And here's a surprising star: avocados. Yes, Avocados are technically a fruit, and they're a true gift for aging bodies. Rich in healthy fats, avocados nourish your joints from the inside out, cushioning them against strain and supporting smooth, flexible movement. Plus, they help stabilize blood sugar, providing steady, long-lasting energy without the roller coaster spikes that damage circulation. These fruits aren't just safe, they're therapeutic allies, working with your body to preserve your independence, your strength, and your freedom. But we're not done yet. There are still a few more fruits that can nurture your body, ease your joints, and keep you moving freely. Next up, papaya. Papaya is a soft tropical fruit that's rich in natural enzymes, particularly one called papain. This enzyme helps reduce inflammation throughout your body and supports easier digestion, making papaya gentle on your stomach and kind to your joints. If you've been struggling with bloating, sluggishness, or general discomfort after meals, adding papaya into your routine could bring relief, not just to your digestion, but to the overall flexibility of your legs. Another smart choice, pears. Pears offer a subtle sweetness without overwhelming your body with sugar. They are rich in fiber, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels naturally. And when paired with a small amount of healthy fat or protein, pears provide steady, nourishing energy. Unlike the sharp swings caused by high-sugar fruits, pears deliver a slow, gentle boost, keeping your legs energized, your steps firmer, and your movements more comfortable. Chuan sang fan ket, Quang Foot 20 Hiruto 21 Sushers. So remember this. It's not about giving up fruits altogether. It's about choosing the right fruits, the ones that work with your body, not against it. Each small, mindful choice you make helps build a stronger future. Smoother mornings, lighter, easier steps, less swelling, less pain, and more confidence in every movement. And the beautiful part is, it's never too late to start. Even small changes made today can add up to powerful improvements tomorrow. Because protecting your legs is about more than just comfort. It's about preserving your independence, your vitality, and your joy for the years ahead. If you found value in today's video, don't forget to leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can build a community where staying strong, mobile, and independent after 60 isn't just possible, it's the new normal. Thank you for watching, and remember, your strength starts with your choices today.